Today, we looked at several opportunities that the Barbados government have that they want funded. And we've got a number of investors in the room, many of whom will express some sort of interest shortly. And what we intend to do on the 8th of May is to replicate this concept at the Zimbabwe Embassy in London, where we'll be focusing on Zimbabwe's investment priorities.
On Friday, 27th of March, the African Caribbean Sustainability and Investment Initiative (CIC), in partnership with the Barbados High Commission UK, invited special guests, including investors, to the ACSII Barbados Trade and Investment Soiree at the Barbados High Commission in London.
So, this is an opportune.
This landmark occasion, which was presided over by His Excellency Edmund Hinkson, High Commissioner for Barbados, unveiled the vision, achievements, projections and update on the ACSII deal route, where African and Caribbean project developers shine.
Welcome here to our High Commission this evening. We're extremely happy to have you and to see you. And as Maki has said, this is a very opportune time to have this discussion and dialogue.
Deputy High Commissioner Maki Holder said after 2 years of negotiation with David Earth Roberts of ACSII, he is pleased with the quality of participants that comprised investors and H&W project speculators. He also invited ACSII to work with the High Commission to facilitate trade missions to Barbados from Africa.
But you know what we say in Barbados, good things come to those who wait, and this certainly is a lovely turnout. I see this as the start of an engagement that should have happened a while ago, but its time has come now. And we look forward to the presentations from both sides. I will introduce our team.
I am David F. Roberts. I am the founder and CEO of the African Caribbean Sustainability and Investment Initiative. And we've been set up to do three main things. One, we mobilize capital. Secondly, we create opportunities for pipelines of projects that are bona fide. And thirdly, we position ourselves as being a platform for development finance.
ACSII Deputy Chair Derek Kobina spoke to the importance of South-South collaboration and the importance of viable transport links between Africa and the Caribbean proposed by Malike Air. He stressed the importance of attendees considering joining ACSII as members to take advantage from the growing benefits available.
At ACSII, we are not merely talking about the vision, we are building it. We represent a portfolio of high potential African companies actively seeking strategic investment and partnership in this area. One flagship project is Malika Air, which is a visionary African airline initiative designed to partner with sustainable direct long-haul routes linking Africa and the Caribbean.
The event is actually highly curated, very impressed by the quality of the speaker. I think it's very important to showcase not only being in such a nice place like the High Commission of Barbados, but to have the right stakeholder from Barbados.
AGBC President Irene Ibadin spoke of her pride at being one of ACSII's partners and the enormous benefits she can see coming from this alliance, including the establishment of trade routes between Ghana and Barbados.
And also working in close partnerships with the Chamber. Throughout this collaboration, ACSII identifies opportunities from the Caribbean, while the Chamber anchors, the Chamber as in we anchor and facilitate them across Africa using our networks and on-the-ground expertise.
We are very passionate about the connectivity between Africa and Barbados particularly, and the importance of it based on our history, of course, and the work that our Prime Minister has been doing. We are working to bolster that kind of relationship and ensure that we can have that direct connectivity and relationships where we started today.
Special Envoy for Inward Investment and Diaspora Affairs, Tony Seeley, OBE, spoke about Barbados' readiness for investment and business, its reputation for stability and sound, globally recognized and respected leadership. He stressed Barbados is open for business.
But not only is Barbados open to business, the Barbados model of being open to business is to allow our partners, our investors, our friends of Barbados, to really see Barbados as a hub, not only to the Caribbean, but for Latin and South America.
The night has been splendid. I think it's been very fruitful. We're still networking and we've made good contacts. And I think the future is very bright. There's light at the end of the tunnel. We're looking forward to having more programs, soirees, investments. I mean, collaborations, Africa moving and investing outside, not just Africa, like the Caribbean, Barbados to be precise, and then vice versa.
BTMI Director UK Elan Motley Harris assured the gathering about unmatched business opportunities in a destination renowned for its excellence and invited attendees to view Barbados not just as a beautiful tourism destination, but as a location for the investment of their dreams.
Tourism is not merely a matter of leisure or entertainment. It is a powerful engine of economic growth and a cornerstone for sustainable investment. Every visitor who walks our historic streets, visits our world-class heritage sites, and enjoys our vibrant festivals becomes an ambassador for our destination, and more importantly, an advocate for investment.
Invest Barbados executive Julia Hope spoke of the attractiveness of Barbados as a unique investment destination, offering a range of opportunities from university campus projects to ultra-luxury resort and conference center opportunities for long-term commitments.
Barbados has opened embassies in Ghana and Kenya and has appointed honorary counsel in Rwanda. Meaningful steps towards lasting collaboration. Invest Barbados has been out in front of this effort, actively engaging investors in many countries, including Rwanda, Ghana, Kenya, and Liberia. And we've also been exploring opportunities in Togo.
I think this is great, and I think we need to do more things like this because, you know, a lot of events now are being held via Zoom and things like that. And it's amazing. Technology needs to come into everything. But these side conversations that happen, because it's in the side conversations that the real diamond actually exists.
The African and the diaspora need to get together. After all, look, I talk about the diaspora. I don't mean just the Africans in the diaspora, but I'm talking about our brothers and sisters in the USA and the Caribbean. Okay, there's a lot we can do together if we collaborate, effectively.
ACSII Chairman David F. Roberts positioned ACSIS as a platform that mobilizes capital, builds bankable project pipelines, and delivers development finance solutions for Africa and the Caribbean. He emphasized the launch of the ACSIS Academy to strengthen investment readiness and capacity, ensuring projects are prepared to attract funding.
And that is why we're launching the ACSII Academy under the African Caribbean Sustainability and Investment Initiative. You've heard a lot of that name tonight. And the Academy will focus on investment readiness, deal structuring, trade facilitation, and market entry access to Africa and the Caribbean.
Referencing historical global recognition of past injustices and recent direct Africa-Caribbean connectivity, he highlighted a new era of opportunity and partnership. He also expressed solidarity with Cuba, underscoring the importance of resilience and cooperation among small states.
Just days ago, as was mentioned earlier, the United Nations did what they did, and we're happy about the outcomes. I'm not going to go through that again. This is more than symbolic. It is a global acknowledgement of history and a reminder that the future we build must be grounded on economic justice, investment, and transformation. We have also witnessed another historic milestone, a direct flight from the Caribbean to Africa, linking St. Kitts with Abuja, has demonstrated that the Africa-Caribbean connection is no longer aspirational, it is real, direct, and investable.
The address concluded by advancing the Nigeria-Caribbean Trade Corridor as a practical pathway to scale trade, investment, and long-term economic transformation.
It was initiated in Nigeria, but it's something that we believe will, in large part, augment what we're doing for the benefit of both Africa and the Caribbean. The recent direct flight reinforces this vision and opens real opportunities, as was mentioned before, in aviation and logistics, tourism, trade platforms, joint investment vehicles, creative and cultural exchange. This is how corridors are built, through connectivity, capability, and capital alignment. To our investors, those of you in the room and beyond, this is your moment. The Caribbean and Barbados offer stability, strong governance, and opportunity. ACSII exists to de-risk your entry into the Caribbean, and more particularly, Barbados.